I think we go ahead and just let's start Mid-South Wrestling episode 281. I mean, we couldn't find 281. That thing it disappeared for some reason. It
was hard to find, but I did find the rundown. It opened up the program with Ted DiBiase and the Guerreros talking. I'm sure DiBiase is still following up on his situation with Jim Duggan and Jim Duggan being presented those cufflinks and the Athlete of the Year award for 1984. The Guerreros are out there, and I'm sure they're talking about the Rock and Roll Express. Then in the first match is Chavo and Hector Guerrero against Shawn Michaels and Terry Daniels. Then match number 2, Brad Armstrong returns against Jim Rose. It's for the Mid-South Television Championship. Buddy Landell against Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor is now the Mid-South Television Champion. Then we've got match number 4, Iceman King Parsons versus the Sheik Hercules Hernandez. Match number 5, Jack Roberts against Tim Horner. Steve Williams against Sammy Hall. And the last one from the Sam Houston Coliseum, Houston, Texas, it's Billy Jack Haynes against the Ugandan Warrior / Giant, or as Boyd Pierce calls him, the Ugandan Warrior Kamala. So there we go. So now we get to episode 282. It was originally aired January the 31st, 1985. We opened up with Bill Watts and Boyd Pierce. And, of course, today we're going to have a match between the Ugandan Giant, as Boyd Pierce calls him, our Ugandan Warrior, Kamala versus Iceman King Parsons. In that, Akbar will be barred from ringside during that match. And then we'll also have a video of Butch Reed. Yeah. All right. Match number 1, Terry Ellis and the Golden Terror against the Mid-South Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson. Jack, what did you think about this one?
I thought it was great. And if I remember correctly, Randy Barber was the Golden Terror.
Yes, the Golden Terror. Yes. Randy Barber. Brent?
Yeah, I thought it was a great match. I thought everything they did looked good. It got the Rock and Roll Express over the way that's what the point was, and they did a good job doing it. So
yeah, in the end, it's the double drop kick getting Terry Ellis for the 3 count. Then it's an interview with Ted DiBiase, and this time he's in a tuxedo and challenging Jim Duggan to a best dressed man contest that the fans will be the ones who are the judge. Now he says if they're honest with themselves, they will know that he would be the winner of this. And so he's challenged Jim Duggan. Well, Jim Duggan and Terry Taylor on the way to the ring. Well, first is Steve Williams and Buddy Landell. Of course, they're going to be in a match against Terry Taylor and Jim Duggan. However, before it even gets started, it's Ted DiBiase tapping Duggan on the chin with the cane, and then all heck breaks loose. In the end, it's in that one, it's Terry Taylor and Hacksaw Jim Duggan getting the cane and clotheslining Buddy Landell, and they carry him out. So pretty good start of that one. Later on, they're still supposed to have the match. Of course, Steve Williams doesn't have a partner at this point, so he has a partner, and I think one of the quickest changes ever. Ted DiBiase is the partner of Steve Williams against Jim Duggan, Terry Taylor. Brent, what did you think about this one?
Well, I think Ted DiBiase, I believe he was the guy that invented that quick change, evidently, that they do in the circuses and in the magic tricks everywhere, because he did get that pretty quickly. I love during this, I love the way that our father Ron West he was actually counting down with his hands.
Yes, counting it. Well, I mean,
I noticed when he got to 10, he was having some problems, though.
Because by he got to 10, Jim Ross said it's almost 30 seconds into it. That's the reason.
It was good, though. It was good. And this match is a Eddie Graham finish. If there ever was an Eddie Graham finish, there was pieces to this that just set in motion. Jack, didn't you see that? I mean, that was an Eddie Graham finish. There ain't no doubt.
Well, that is a finish I learned from your dad, and I have done it on many shows in the intervening years. It always pops too.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's in the end. It's Buddy Landell returning to the ring. He jumps on Jim Duggan. Of course, it doesn't cause a disqualification. Not sure why. It doesn't cause a disqualification. And then it's Steve Williams and Landell trying for the double clothesline. He ducks, And then Jim Duggan comes with a double clothesline, sets up with a spear on Buddy Landell, and it's over for Buddy Landell and Steve Williams, Jim Duggan, and Terry Taylor over in that one.
Yeah, I think the reason I thought about this when I watched this, I was thinking about this same thing. So no, why was not? Because he was the original person in the match. So I think that's the reason he didn't get disqualified, because, legally he could be out there. So.
Well, I didn't realize you could change into a handicap match all of a sudden.
Well, in this particular
I was thinking the same thing until the finish, and then I thought, oh yeah, this is the one we've done, but we always did it with a manager interference before. But this it was still same finish, but really good.
And
people got with it. Man,
it was really good. It was really good. Then the next match, it's the Sheik Hercules Hernandez with General Skander Akbar against Richard Dye. Jack, did you catch the comment Bill Watts made about Richard Dye in that?
I did, and I'm thinking, Richie was in as good a shape as just about most of the guys on the card, maybe with the exception of who he was working. But
boy, he did. I mean, he was blistering them, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it was brutal.
I don't know. We might check these upcoming shows, but I bet we don't see Richard Dye back on. I have a feeling we may not. It couldn't be. It didn't last very long. It was Sheik Hercules Hernandez with the Shinanomaki over Richard Dye. Then the Ugandan giant / warrior Kamala. This is the Iceman King Parsons, and in this one, General Skander Akbar supposed to be barred, but he's at ringside. And he tries to stay, and then Ron West and Randy Anderson comes out, and they give him the old, get him out of there. Brent, what did you think about this one?
Oh, I loved it. I loved the whole thing. I loved that he was there. He was going to stay. The referees came down. Ron West, Randy Anderson came down, got him out. And I thought the finish was spectacular in the way that here's Hercules Hernandez dressed as Friday, comes out, does the thing that he does to Parsons, and then
post.
What made it good was Kamala knew it wasn't Friday, and now he was going after him. And I thought, what a touch! What just a touch in booking this was to it was. I just thought it was tremendous.
Jack.
Oh, I agree. Nothing to add to that. I love that. Everything was what it was supposed to be, and then that added touch of him knowing it's not Friday just set it off.
Yeah, it was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Then match number 5 is the Guerreros, Chavo and Hector against Jason Walker, Tim Horner. Jack, what did you think about this one here?
It's okay. I don't know if I'd have paid money to see it, but it wasn't a bad match.
Brent, what did you think?
I think it shows once again how good Tim Horner was. I think this match showcased how good he could have been for Bill Watts. I think what happened with, and this is my opinion, I think what happened with Tim Horner was that Bill Watts seen him in a certain light. That's the only thing you ever saw him as. Yeah. And that's a shame because Tim was so good at what he did.
Yeah.
And a lot better than the people he pushed.
Yes.
What did you think about that awesome monkey flip from Chavo Guerrero? Did you see that? That was awesome. No doubt about that. In the end, it's the Hector Guerrero getting the belly to back suplex into the pin on Jason Walker.
And I got to say something about the finish of that match. I think it's very smart in the booking of this. And people will say, well, he beat them different ways every time. But that's very smart when you're running the territory that runs every other week, most everything. I think New Orleans might have ran on Monday nights every Monday night. But it was very smart because now you can do that in the arenas with the Rock and Roll Express. You can hit him with that 1-2. He kicks out and the people go nuts because they seen him beat somebody.
And it's not routine. That's the key. You do not let people get into routine. And match number 6, I think steals the show right here. Jake Roberts against Shawn Michaels. Brent.
This is what I think. This is the reason Jake is as good as he is, because he, at the beginning of this match, he gave Shawn Michaels everything and made him look good, and then got mad. He got mad. He showed that he was mad, and now you're in trouble Shawn Michaels. Again, great booking, because now you get to the arenas and the same thing happens. And the guy that he's wrestling against, at this time now, he was building up. So he was only on the first or second matches. But now, whoever he goes against, whether it be Terry Taylor or something, it's going to go that next level. Smart booking, and that's what's missing in professional wrestling today.
In the end, it's Jake Roberts winning with the DDT. Jack, did you want to add anything to that?
Just that this was just a smart book, and it showed how you can build a guy and teach the audience to have hope, and that's how you get that sympathy and you get that connection. And if nothing else, they got this across in this match. Although the match was great, I thought
it was just perfect, and it shows the hint of stardom for Shawn Michaels in this. Then we, of course, next week on the program, at first, Bill Watts had said it's going to be Chavo Guerrero against Terry Taylor. Then it changed to Hector Guerrero against Terry Taylor for the Mid-South Television Championship for next week. And we're going to have Brent for the kids. What are we going to have on TV next week?
I tell you what, it's very, very nice. Got very cold today here in Tennessee.
Jack, what are they going to have for the kids next week on the program?
I've slept since then. I don't even remember.
Very special attraction.
Very special attraction
on the program involving smaller people. Let's just say, how's that? Okay, then
micros.
That's right. Then we have a video with the team that's on the way. Of course, they had been there before as the Grapplers, the Dirty White Boys, Lynn Ditton and Tony Anthony, and of course, it's Dirty White Boy video everybody's seen from Memphis many times. Then I missed somewhere down the line. I missed the tremendous video. Oh no, we got that at the beginning. The bodywork video. We didn't discuss that in great detail. Let's go back and just discuss that for just a moment. I think groundbreaking. Broke many things. Ground, of course. With this, what did you think about that video, Brent?
I hated it. I just think the way it was done, the way it was produced, it didn't get not Jim Duggan, but it didn't get Butch Reed over. If it did anything, it made people want to turn the channel. That's just, the video wasn't good. I mean, Joe Watt's always done some great videos and stuff, but just was not one of
them. Jack, did you like that video?
I like that we got to see a young Eric Watts.
Okay, and then
I like Eric. I always liked Eric. Always a good guy.
Always a difference between the Dirty White Boys video and then what we've seen earlier. And of course, Ted DiBiase had that Bad Reputation video as well. We missed out on that.
Oh yeah. If we had one more video, we wouldn't even had to have wrestling during this.
That's pretty much it. In the end, it's of course. Then we closed the program out with Jake Roberts, and he and Bill Watts have a little bit of words there, and of course I loved it. He said, "You'll need to talk to Grizzly Smith if you want a title match." And if I was him, and I said, "Yeah, I'll talk to Daddy and see if he'll give me one." And of course, that was Jake Roberts talking about his opportunity for the Mid-South Television Championship. Of course, next week that goes to Hector Guerrero and not to Jake on that one. That ends that program.
All right, we will look at Mid-South Wrestling episode 283 if it's available. If not, we'll jump to 284.
Whatever's available next. That's right.
So we will let you know on the next episode of Mid-South Wrestling. If you are enjoying this, give us the big thumbs up and subscribe to the page. A lot of things coming soon on Pro Wrestling Inside and Out on YouTube.